Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopefully elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His name, his only name, is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not Allah, not Elohim, not God, not Ahia. It's Yahweh. His only begotten son name is Yahweh Shai, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christus, not Yeshaya. It's Yahweh Shai. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the octane pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, looking up to hopefully elect. And shalom to the outwalk who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willing is be edifying.
Before they died, my parents told me stories of how the world once was. What it was like long before I was born. Before the war with the machines. They remembered a green world, vast and beautiful, filled with laughter and hope for the future. But it's a world I never knew. By the time I was born, all this was gone. Skynet.
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his works. And I, Yahweh, have created the waster to destroy. A waster is an intercontinental ballistic missile.
A computer program designed to automate missile defense. It was supposed to protect us, but that's not what happened. On August 29th, 1997, Skynet woke up and decided all humanity was a threat to its existence.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 25. The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Matter of fact, Jeremiah 51:24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, O destroying kingdom, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. Then I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Who's destroying this? Who's doing this? Who's destroying all the earth? Babylon the Great.
And to bring you this story, we interrupt our program.
An American airplane
dropped one bomb on Hiroshima.
The White House has just made an important announcement on the war.
Buzzing with the news of the atomic bomb.
We knew the world would not be the same. We have now added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction.
Aren't sure yet what hit the place.
On August 6, 1945, at 8:15 in the morning, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. As modeled here, the atomic bomb, codenamed Little Boy, was the first nuclear weapon dropped on humans. It was an attack during World War II, and there was no warning given. Carried by a B-29 warplane, the bomb was dropped from about 31,000 feet and fell for 43 seconds. It exploded about 1,900 feet off the ground. Inside the bomb, a controlled explosion created with high explosives propelled a subcritical mass of uranium-235 down a long tube, similar to the barrel of a gun, where it collided with a second subcritical mass of uranium-235. The collision triggered a nuclear fission chain reaction, which detonated the bomb. It detonated with the same force as 15,000 tons of TNT, forming a mushroom cloud about 60,000 feet tall and releasing radiation into the air. The explosion resulted in a flash of blinding light, followed by intense heat, killing an estimated 80,000 people instantly and destroying nearly every building within 1 mile of the epicenter. Fires caused by the explosion's intense heat lasted for days, destroying more than a 4 square mile area from the epicenter. Over 50% of the people that were killed died of burns. Many of those that weren't killed by the flash burn, blast, or fire died of radiation poisoning.
Isaiah 14 and verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble? How? With its atomic bomb, Fat Man and Little Boy. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? What man? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. That made the world as a wilderness, who's destroying all the trees and building shopping malls, plazas, and condominiums, chemtrails, GMO food, contaminated water, vaccine shots. Okay? Not letting the land rest for a year. You got a thing called a land Sabbath in the law. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof with what? Chemtrails, GMO foods, contaminated waters, LGBTQP. That opened out the house of the prisoners. Who owned the prisons? The so-called white man.
Others were trapped in rubble, and thousands were injured. The health effects, including cancer and birth defects, have been felt for generations. 3 days later, another atomic bomb, made with plutonium, was dropped on Nagasaki, killing at least 74,000 people. A nuclear weapon has not been used on a civilian target since.
The Japanese have seen what our atomic bomb can do.
It's almost beyond the comprehension of mere human.
I realize the tragic significance of the atomic bomb.
And even now, after hearing many times the description of this new weapon, its capabilities continue to tempt human imagination.
Now you see, let's go back. Let's run this back. Let's run this back real quick. They said no, it hasn't been nothing that dropped since then. Well, let's see this.
Skynet.
Isaiah 13 and 5. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay? What is that? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. These are the weapons of the Lord's armory. This is Joel chapter 2. And let's start at verse 4. It reads, "The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains, shall they leap on the top of mountains, meaning governments, kingdoms. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks." Talking about these intercontinental ballistic missiles. "Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief." Hey, when that fire hits, when the missile hit ground zero, everything gonna be totally consumed, man. Okay, it shall melt with fervent heat. Verse 10, "The earth quake before them." Before what? Them intercontinental ballistic missiles. "The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be darkened." From what? All those thousands upon mushroom clouds. "And the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall order his voice before his army, which is the missiles. For his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, is great and very terrible. And who can abide it?" Revelation chapter 9 and 16. "And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, 200 million. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, the war heads. And out of their mouth issued fire, and smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed. You got the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. The sons of the wicked, which is the third part of men, killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths, meaning the warheads. For their power is in their mouth, warheads, okay? Because there's many of them. And their tails, that they get propelled. For their tail were like unto serpents, and what you see right now, the tails like unto serpents. And had heads, the warheads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hand, that they should not worship devils and idols, or gold or silver, and brass and stone, and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. These ICBMs, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, are the weapons of the Lord's armory. Thus saith the scripture. Okay?
A computer program designed to automate missile defense. It was supposed to protect us, but that's not what happened. On August 29th, 1997, Skynet woke up. It decided all humanity was a threat to its existence.
This is going to happen, man. When the missiles hit ground zero, this is going to happen, man. Just like you see it there, it will happen, man. It will happen. Everything will disintegrate, man. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10 reads, But the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay? Malachi chapter 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day cometh that shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay? Now, every year, the Japanese celebrate of Hiroshima being destroyed by the atomic bomb. Every year. And this is a Hiroshima anniversary ceremony to mark 72 years since world's first atom bomb.
It was the 6th of August 1945 at 8:15 when a US military plane dropped the atomic bomb known as Little Boy on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. The bomb exploded in a devastating ball of flames that killed some 80,000 people in just a matter of seconds. Kimi Mahara is a survivor. She worked in this building, but had not yet arrived at the moment of the explosion.
I survived because I was late. I was lucky, but when I think of those who died, just because they were diligent and punctual, I feel so sorry for them.
In the midst of an all-out war between Japan and the United States, President Harry S. Truman took a decisive step by using the atomic bomb for the first time in human history. 3 days later, a second bomb was unleashed on Nagasaki. In total, the two explosions led to more than 250,000 deaths. Japan surrendered on the 2nd of September 1945, the day which marked the end of the Second World War. In Hiroshima on Sunday, the 72nd anniversary of the bombing was commemorated with a ceremony attended by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
To truly realize a world without nuclear weapons, the participation of both nuclear weapon states and non-nuclear weapon states is necessary.
And with that, some time for remembrance through song and prayer.
Now this was August the 7th, 2017. Okay? This was August the 7th, 2017, man. They celebrate this, man. Okay? They will never forget what Esau Edom did, man. This is James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. They have showed no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Okay? 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 7 reads. Verse 6, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with power to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you. Hey, and that's why these nations is mad, man. Okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9 reads, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15 reads, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, requireth that which is past. You see, they celebrate this, man. They will never forget.
bomb run for three and a half minutes. Tom and I are talking.
Christ, Dutch, you never sat on a bomb run this long over Germany. They'd have blasted us out the sky. Yeah.
He said, nothing there. No opposition, no nothing. Or anything of that type. Just, just go in and bomb the target.
Isaiah 14 and 21.
I saw an aircraft like a tiny silver drop entering the sky above Hiroshima. I instantly recognized it as an American plane, as no Japanese aircraft could fly at that altitude at the time. It was just one plane, so I assumed that it was passing by.
14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. And that's the one they dropped on Hiroshima, Little Boy. And they dropped the other one, Fat Man, on Nagasaki. A regular day.
It took about 45 seconds from the time the bomb left the airplane until it exploded. And I think there wasn't a man in the airplane that wasn't either timing it with his watch or counting or doing something. I was sure the bomb was a dud. I was sure it wasn't going to work.
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh.
After falling for 43 seconds, the time and barometric triggers started the firing mechanism. A uranium bullet fired down a barrel into a uranium target. Together, they started a nuclear chain reaction. Solid matter began to come apart, releasing untold quantities of energy.
And could you imagine? Look at that, man. If the atom bomb did that, what you think these intercontinental ballistic missiles gonna do, man? Cause they split the atom now. Okay? Now they got these intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That atom bomb is nothing compared to these missiles that they have now. Okay? Thermonuclear fire, man. Thermonuclear war is how Babylon the Great will be destroyed. In all other parts of the earth, man. As the scriptures say, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. Okay? Hey, so seeing that, man. Seeing these things, man. They celebrate this, man. Constantly, okay? Every year, man. The destruction of their ancestors, man. Hey, there will be no mercy. Okay? He that show no mercy, man. There will be no mercy, man. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, man. Let's get it in the law. Genesis chapter 9 and verse 6 reads, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. Okay? Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. Thus saith the Lord, man. Lord, witness edifying. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Awaf who are listening and learning. A few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord, will it edifying to any time I say Shalom.
Skynet. A computer program designed to automate missile defense. It was supposed to protect us, but that's not what happened. On August 29th, 1997, Skynet woke up and decided all humanity was a threat to its existence.
Shalom.